Hello everyone, the Dust Storm event is live on the Division 2, and in this video I aim to explain the event to you in full, hopefully leaving no questions that need answering, but if there are, feel free to comment down below and I'll get to them. I'm going to give you a very good farming route for keys. I'm going to show you a build that I've been working on, which I think is perfect for the event, and just cover all of that. So let's get into it. A lot of you have been asking in stream for this video. You want to know all the ins and outs of the Dust Storm event, so here it is. Now, this event is in Warlords of New York. It's a DLC. It's a map expansion. And during this event, it goes on for 3 weeks. The DLC is free to play. So you don't need to purchase the DLC. You can explore New York, play the campaign and all of that. Get all the skills, everything for free, which is great. And you can take part in this Dust Storm event. So come over to the Warlords map. Head to the Haven Safe House. And here you're going to find the Dust Storm event vendor with the caches. Now, I'll have a look at those in a minute. But first, if we go into our menu, you got the Dust Storm event on the right hand side. There's the current seasonal activity. And if we go into this, it kind of explains a few things here of what you're aiming to get. So Dust Storm event ends in 2 weeks, 5 days at the time of recording this. You got to defeat Black Lung, Pole, and the Dust Devils crew to earn Storm keys. Use keys to open Storm caches or donate them to progress to community challenges. Dust Storm event rewards are down here. There's the 2 masks that you get off the bosses, so the Dust Devil bosses when you kill them for the first time. You've got the Hunter mask, you got a random Hunter spawn. You get that mask for killing him for the first time. And as for this 4th mask on the right here, just for logging in during this event, this is going to be added to your stash. Go to your stash, go into the collections there, whichever one it is, and you'll be able to redeem that, pull it out, you have that mask for free. Now on the right side here, you can see there's 3 different rewards on top of this. We've got apparel items collected, 43 items. We've got a roiling challenge, which is next. Keys donated. We need to donate 1 million keys for that. I think it's 1 million and 5 million for reward 2, 10 million for reward 3. We'll check that in a moment. And you've got a personal milestone as well of collected keys. Now, if we click on these, you can click on the community challenge. At 1 million keys, we get this item. And then at, I thought it was 5 million keys, we get the boots. And then at 10 million keys, you get that. Now, this is a community challenge across Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. All of the keys we donate to the community box get added up. And as long as we get to 10 million by the end of the event, and you've donated at least a few keys to help that, you'll get all of these items. That's the community event. And at the bottom is the personal milestone for your keys that are donated to the community box, which I'll show you in a moment. The more keys you donate, the more rewards you get, up to 200. So the first reward is a patch. Then you get a St. Elmo's, you get another patch, you get a guaranteed Lexington, another patch, and then on page 2, you get a guaranteed prototype Rabbit D50. You'll get that. That's the event weapon that drops. Then there's another patch, the Rattler. We've got a skin for the St. Elmo's and the Lexington, which is real decent, I think. So you're going to get 2 new weapon skins for donating these keys and another patch. So it's basically the event. You're collecting keys, you're donating keys, and you donate them here. I'm going to show you the best way to farm these keys in a moment. But when you do get these keys, you come to this vendor here, and you've got the 3 different caches. So the apparel cache here for the 43 new apparel items and all the new outfits, you can purchase with premium currency if you want to. Highly advise you not to do that. Keys are easy to farm. I've already got 173 myself. I could go and get those 43 items now if I wanted to, and they're guaranteed not to be duplicates. So as you put keys into that, you got to get something that you haven't got until you've got all 43. So I kind of work on that first if you want to get that out of the way. The gear cache, we'll talk about that in a moment. I'd focus on that last. And then the community cache. Now the community cache is that personal milestone one where once you donated 200 keys into, you'll get all of those extra rewards like the weapon skins, the Lexington, the St. Elmo's, and all the patches. So you want to donate up 200 keys in total before the end of the event to get all of those rewards. As long as you've made a donation, those community milestones up to 10 million, you'll get those rewards as well as we go. You need to keep up to date on this. Like each time you meet the goal, you have to come here to claim it for the community reward. You can see the current keys donated there in the personal key donation, and you'll come here, you'll claim your reward as we reach those milestones. So essentially that's it. You are going to be collecting keys and spending them here. Now, once you've done your 200 keys for the community cache and your power cache, you've done the 43 there, so 243 in total needed, and then spend them in the gear cache. In this, you're going to get things like the Lexington again, there's the terminal knee pads, there's exotics, there's master climax mission exotics, there's loads. There's even a chance of prototype items to drop as well, so well worth spending. Not only that, there are 20 beacons around New York as well, which you can farm daily. I've got a separate video showing all of those locations, but I will put a map on screen now to show you. And here it is. So feel free to take a screenshot of this. I'll remove my face for that for you. But these are the locations of all the different beacons. Now, you go to these, you interact with them. They guarantee that one of the squads will spawn in for you. But on top of that, they'll drop you an item that can also be found in that gear cache. So it could be a Lexington, turmoil, an exotic, something good. So every day these will reset and you can go again. If you've got multiple characters, you could do it across multiple characters every day as well. So imagine doing this 4 times a day across 4 characters. But yeah, daily you can go across these locations, interact with these beacons, get an extra piece of gear that also drops in the gear cache, and get some more of these dust squads spawning in. Now, again, we're not going to show you all of those locations in this video. That's going to be a separate video. I'll try and link it in the video description. If you go to the channel, you'll see it there. You can watch that video and learn where they all are. So what's next to show you really is just how the best way to farm keys is. Now, I'll show you the build at the end that I'm using. Now, it's probably best to go on heroic if you can do heroic. So go into your map, go to your global settings, and put the difficulty on what you're most comfortable with. If you want to go normal, that's still fine. You're going to get plenty of keys. If you want to go hard, challenging, heroic, entirely up to you. Put it where you're comfortable at. You want to make sure your farm is comfortable. Once you've done that, confirm your settings, let the world change. And now the idea is that you just run around Warlords of New York, run around the map. There's a calm part of the storm, there's a more severe part of the storm. Now at any point, these dust kill squads can spawn in, and you're going to kill them, and there's got a chance of dropping these keys. I say a chance, it's not a chance, it's a guarantee. I think it's how many of the dust enemies you kill will then drop a key, and when you kill more of them, you get the dust bosses to spawn in on rotation, and depending on how many enemies that you kill, and the higher the difficulty, the less enemies you need to kill. Every day there's like a boost to that as well, so I think it's 10 of these kill squad enemies you need to kill on the boost, or it might be 50. I forget all the numbers, it was all in the patch notes. But for the first 150 of these dust enemies you kill, it's going to be boosted. You'll get more boss spawns or more keys, I think, and then after the daily boost ends, you will get less of them. But this route I show you now is brilliant. We were farming this all day, and we were getting tons and tons of keys, tons of spawns. And it's a real good way of doing it. So it's basically how it works. You can run around the whole map if you want. People have been going to do open world activities, control points. We resetted our map of control points to make sure there's plenty of open world activities. But in the end, gaming in YouTube chat during our stream said, go to this location. It's OP, and it is. The location is, if we go down to Waterfront Control Point, there's a road here that we're going to run up and down. Now, when it's not the dust spawn, when it's not the severe dust spawn, you're not going to get many spawns or anything. So when it's not severe and it's calm, I'd focus on those beacons I was on about. I'll go around the map, get some beacons to force spawn in, and every about 17 to 20 minutes you're going to get the severe storm. On the severe storm, I'll make sure I'm in this location. I'm going to run up and down this road. You're going to get loads of these enemies to spawn in, loads of keys, chance of the hunter spawn and the bosses spawn and all that. I'm going to show you that loop now. So we'll fast travel to Liberty Island and make our way over there, and I'll show you what I mean. This is the fastest way to farm keys that I know of. There might be other ways, and feel free to comment if there's better ways that you know. But in our many hours farming this was so quick. Now it's this location here, just next to the control point. I'll show you again on the map now where we are. This is going to be my starting point. Just clearing out these enemies. The game sound, by the way, is terrible. So, yeah, I'm sorry. It just keeps on breaking on me. But this is going to be a start point near this door. And there's a road that goes up over there. So, I bring up the map. This is our location right next to the control point. And we're on a calm storm right now, I think. So, when it's calm, we're not going to get many spawns. But we'll show you the loop that we take while it's calm. We just run this way. Stay on the high road. Don't go on the low. If you stay up above, why this is so good is around New York, there's lots of buildings. And when enemies are spawning in, they might spawn on rooftops, they might spawn on the other street. So it's more of a nuisance just kind of like finding them sometimes, especially when it's the boss or the hunter. When you run up this road, they all spawn on this road. They'll spawn out of trucks, back of trucks. They're all on this road. Everything's in front of you. You're not finding anything. And when the bosses spawn in or the hunter spawns in, it's going to be on this road. Now, the hunter is just a chance, by the way. The bosses are guaranteed once you've killed so many dust devils. We pretty much get bosses every single time there's a severe storm doing this route. We'll run up to here. We'll get to the end of the road. At the end of the road, it drops off. They will spawn down there, so you might want to jump down and kill them. Once you kill them, you get back up here. And you run back the way. And you just keep on doing this loop. And it's such a good farm for these keys. Make sure you're running over the loot and you're picking up the keys. And once you've done the loop, just carry on going. Keep on going until the storm is over. Now, you'll get plenty of dust devils doing this. Plenty of keys doing this. And you should get the boss spawns. As for the hunter spawn, when the storm is severe, there's a chance the hunter will spawn at the end of the severe storm. If he spawns in, there's no notification that he spawns in apart from the sound of the smoke going off and the fact that you might see him. So that's, again, when you're running around Warlords of New York, if he spawns on a street opposite to you, on a roof or something, he's quite easy to miss. And it's RNG. He doesn't always spawn. When you're running this route, if he spawns, you're going to see him. You're not going to miss him. Oh, and look, here's one of those beacons around about. These are what you want to focus on in between the storm. So when it's calm like this, I'll be going around interacting with these. They'll give you a piece of gear. We'll do that at the end and show you, and you're guaranteed a dust kill squad. But what we're going to do now is just wait until the severe storm comes in. When it comes in, I'm going to show you how different that bridge is. You're going to see loads of the dust enemies. We're going to get loads of kills, a few keys, and you'll see how good it is. It really is, as far as I'm aware right now, the best farm in the game for these kills. Okay, here it is. You can see how the vision has drastically changed. Very noticeable when it's severe dust storm. I'll just show you the location on the map again. This is where we are. And we're going to do that loop that I showed you when it was calm. Again, just remember to stay on top of this road here. We'll show you the storm in full so you see how long it lasts. And already we've got some dust devils. So we're going to kill that. And they got a chance of dropping keys after so many. I don't think it's a chance. I think it's after so many keys. Make sure you're running over all of the loot piles to pick up those keys. I'm not going to pick up the loot, so I want to kind of show you at the end just how many of these spawn in by how many loot drops there are. You can see there's a key there on the ground already. You'll notice there's a key with that little blue icon on the bottom of that loot pile. And with this build I'm using, they're pretty easy to kill. We've got lots of survivability as well. I'll show you this build at the end of this run as well, what I'm using. If it's just something you want to use. We'll just keep on running up here now. And we'll just keep on killing these dust devils. They'll spawn all on this road. Again, what's so good about this road is just that you're not in the city where they can spawn anywhere really. They're all going to be in front of you, in your face, and when the bosses come in. There's so many times when we were in the city, the bosses would spawn, and then they'd evade us because we just couldn't spot them. Same with the hunter. We've already got some bosses appearing now, so you'll see that these will spawn right on us pretty much, or right in front of us. And the bosses guaranteed keys. Now, one's called Black Lung. He's a tankier boss. And then one's a sniper. The sniper has no nameplate. You can't pulse out the sniper. Very good enemy mechanic. I love it. But on this road, not a problem. They're going to be right in front of you. There's some areas of the map where the sniper can be quite hard to find. You see how tanky Black Lung is. But both of them, guaranteed key drops, as you can see. And also mask drops. They'll have a mask each. The first time that you kill them, they're going to drop a mask. And we'll keep on going. We'll get some more Dust Devils up here. So we're at the end of the road now. This is where they do like spawning down below. So a little bit annoying, but we'll just jump down and kill them. We got a couple in front of us. Might be easier just to jump down with them at this point and face tank them. Definitely jump down and face tank them. I feel like I'm jumping into a crocodile pit right now, though, with them all just sat there. So I'm committed. Okay, we got a few down. We'll jump down. Now, once you jump down, you kill any of the devils down there. Again, make sure you're running over the keys. You want to climb straight back up, as I said, and just run back the way. And it's going to be the same again. You're going to get plenty of spawns. Some have already spawned in on us. It's just non-stop. Now, it's not like when you're in any other area of the city. It's not like this. They are non-stop. I just find like this is definitely, just for me so far, the best way to go about it. Because they're just all spawning in front of you. None of them are hiding. None of them are spawning across on another road or up on a roof. And when the bosses, like I said, when the bosses do spawn in, or when the hunter does spawn in, it's going to be right in front of you. Really easy. We're running it in a group. This is also a good solo farm, as you can see. And it's non-stop. There's a little bit of a stretch of the bridge here where it is a little bit quiet. You'll see at the end, you'll see the hot spots because I'll leave all the loot on the ground. You'll be able to see where the loot is. But normally this truck in front of us, yep, we got another one out of here. Hopefully we get the hunter to spawn on this run as well. But the hunter is pure RNG. He's either going to spawn or he's not. He'll always spawn towards the end of the severe storm, though. Not sure how long this lasts. About 5 minutes, I think. We're now back at the start of our loop. You can see where the loot drops are there. From one that spawned earlier. And again, I just get to these like metal signposts where the beacon is. We'll go as far as this because sometimes they can spawn out of that door and also a truck there. If not spawn, we turn around and we do exactly the same again, making sure we stay on the high road here. Get a quick step out, make it quicker, of course. Quicker you're getting across this, the more spawns you're going to have.
Here. Trust me, this'll hurt.
Did I forget someone behind us there? I did. We are probably approaching towards the end of it now. So the hunter, I'm going to say the hunter can spawn at any point now. We might be lucky to get him. With the hunter, he's the same as the other bosses really, apart from he's RNG based on the spawn. He'll drop you the hunter mask on the first kill. And every kill after that, he just guarantees you another key. You are guaranteed a key off the hunter, just like the Dust Devil bosses.
Guarding location nearby.
Just gotta try and showcase this build a little bit here and take some damage. Just see how much survivability it has. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm liking it so far. Got quantum on all of the augments and they're only level 1 right now. Works great solo in a squad of like 2. Show you the build at the end. In group at the minute, I find like I'll probably just go a normal blue striker for 3 or 4 people. Because it counts on you getting kills with the build to keep the self-healing going. But once I get quantum leveled up, it might be fine. Nearly missed him. Okay, definitely towards the end of the dust storm now. So fingers crossed we get that hunter spawn. Maybe get one more lap in, or at least half a lap. Oh, we got a spawn down here though. We'll take them first. The one by the looks of it. See if we can get another lap in.
Hostile control point identified.
I guess shooting with a shotgun then. And it hardly... I don't even think it broke our bonus armor. Doesn't look like we're getting a hunter. I feel like the hunter would have spawned in by now. I think that's going to be a lot. I think that is going to be the end of the storm now. Feels like it's about to end. See if we can get one more spawn in. It's a key there that we missed. We will go back over this bridge one more time. To show you. Oh, that is the end of the storm. You can see now it's going calm. So we missed the hunter. Unfortunately, but just look at all this loot. Look how many spawns we got. So now at this point, you know, you've got about another up to 20 minutes before that storm, more severe spawn comes in again. Look at all that loot down there that we got. I'm not sure we even collected all the keys there. I think we did. We got all this loot up here. So that's a hotspot down there. There's another hotspot here, as you can see. Quick Step's going to help you get across this bridge much quicker. And it just dropped during this event. So yeah, if you haven't got it, there's a chance you're going to get it. This is a bit of a dry part of the bridge here. You don't get many spawns around here at all. Then just up ahead at the next truck, we get some spawns. Lots of spawns, as you can see. Make sure we've got all of those keys. So look at all those drops. Fantastic farm. So at this point now, when I've got 20 minutes, say, what I'd do is I'll bring up that map. I'd learn the locations of those beacons. I'd spend about 15 minutes now just going to hit them, because when it's calm, the Dust Devils don't spawn in that often. The bosses can still spawn in, no, the hunter can't. You can only get the hunter at the end of the severe storm. If you interact with one of these, you'll get a guaranteed piece of loot that can drop in that gear cache I shown you earlier. On this occasion, we got the Rabbit D50, which is the event pistol right now. And you're guaranteed a Dust Kill Squad. So you just got to move around a little bit. You can't stand still. As long as we run down the road a little bit. We'll run back up here where we know there's a spawn. Here they come. Here's the Dust Devils. And you're going to get some spawns our way. So they will still spawn during the calm spawn. They're just a lot rarer. And you can be running around for minutes before one spawns. So I highly recommend during the calm spawn, you just go and hit some of those beacons. They can be done daily. You can't do them more than once a day, unfortunately. But if you're playing in a group, you can rotate your worlds to make sure you keep refreshing them. Or if you've got multiple characters, maybe you can switch characters as you go through them. It's just a good way on your downtime from the severe storm to get a few more keys, rather than just standing there waiting 20 minutes. So do a few of them, and then make sure you're back at the start of this for the next severe storm, and do the same again. You're going to get plenty of keys doing it this way. You'll get plenty of boss spawns. You'll get the hunter spawn plenty of times. You'll get everything that you need. I think I shouted him out at the start of the video. It was Gaming on YouTube that gave us that tip. A huge thank you again. It was a great tip, and we haven't stopped doing this since. Now, the build I'm using and the build I'm going to recommend for this event, I was using the Blue Striker build that I normally use. If you follow the channel, you'd have seen that plenty of times. And I've had this build here in mind for a while. It's a take on the Blue Striker build, but with a lot more survivability over the DPS. So again, I mentioned then, it's great solo. It's great in a duo. You'll have no problem on heroic, but it does rely on getting kills more than usual. And if you're in a squad of 4 that are all hard hitting, you might struggle a little bit with it. You might want to go to normal Blue Striker, or you might have your own build that you just like using anyway. This is just my recommendation of what I was using in that clip there. It's 4-piece striker, all with blue cores, all with crit damage. We got Fox's Prayer knee pads and a Memento backpack. There are 2 crit chance mods on the build and 1 crit damage mod on the build. It's prototyped, obviously. We got prototype Lexington. I've got preservation on that, so I'm getting 10% armor over 5 seconds after every kill. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10% as well, so aim for heads if you want to. Sidearm is the quick step, which is really helpful with what we're doing there. Secondary I'm not using at all, to be honest with you. Go with what you are. I say I'm not using at all. I am using it all. I never saved the build. The secondary you want to stacker. Throw the stack broker on or something. Get those striker stacks up as quick as possible, then switch to your Lexington for maximum damage. Should be doing that really with the build. It will help a ton. But yeah, real good build. And the augments on every single piece that I'm going with is Quantum. So Quantum will provide a 1.6% chance of becoming immune to damage for 2 seconds. The bonus cannot refresh while it's active. So basically, I'm getting immunity for 2 seconds quite often. It's a low chance right now. If we go on stats, I'm level 1 on everything, so it's only 9.6, but I notice it. It's so much survivability. When this gets to max level, that's going to be over 30%. It's going to be unreal. I think once it's that high as well, running in a squad won't be as bad then. I think in 4-person squad, where everyone's sitting high damage, it'll probably be a lot better to run. Still good to run, but it's definitely more of a solo build, duo build, I'd say. And yeah, it's so easy. Just running the enemy faces, just start getting a Memento trophy, start getting the kills to proc preservation. Just face tank everything on heroic, kill it very easily. I think the only thing you really need to worry about is when the dust bosses spawn in, and a tanky one. He is quite tanky and it can take time to kill him. So because you're not getting a kill in that time, potential there for him to cause you damage. But with the modifiers this season, if you throw on invincible, you got that to back you up to make yourself invincible now and then. Make sure you run a revive hive, run your munitions belt. All that gameplay then was without any munitions. I want to show you without the munitions, but obviously get munitions so you're hitting harder and stuff. Get contagion on and surge drive. That's what I'm using on it. But brilliant build for the event. Highly recommend it. I'll cover this in a separate video as well. But yeah, that is everything I think I've got for you for this event. Collect keys, spend keys. That's a good farming method. That's a good build. And enjoy the atmosphere. Enjoy the event. It's really fun. Really enjoyed today on it. And you got to do quite a bit of farming because you're going to need 243 keys at least. And then if you want things like the quick step, the Lexington, the turmoil, any of the exotics you're missing from this gear cache chest, some of the master mission exotics, you're going to want to spend a lot on the gear caches. And just remember those beacons. They will also drop items that come out of those gear caches. I'll have the link for you for the beacon video, location video in the description. And just check out the channel. Lots of content going out right now. And if you have any more questions, if I've missed anything, I've not covered anything, just post them down below. I'll get back to you. Like the video to support the video. Subscribe for more content from me. And that's the end of this one. Thank you so much for watching and take care.